Hello, my name is Kelly Pendleton, and I am your child's pre-calculus teacher. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about the course on curriculum night week here. So first, I am from Salisbury. That's why there's a Cheerwine can in the picture. It's about an hour from Charlotte. I went to Elon University for college. I lived in Spain afterwards to do just a little cultural experience teaching English. I have been at AK for 9 years. This is my 10th. I teach math, love statistics and pre-calculus, my two favorite subjects. I love the Panthers. I've been in Charlotte a long time. And then I have some great dogs. There's my dog Mance, Friendly, my husband and I, and our family, my family, my siblings. So that was just a little bit about me. I've been at Archer Kell a long time. I love it here. I love math. I love teaching math. And I am the department chair of the math department. And I've taught many different maths here. Right now, I'm currently teaching honors pre-calculus and AP statistics. All right, we are going to go through the syllabus that I showed your students on the first day of class, and this is also linked in Canvas if you'd like to have them show you in any further detail. So first, there's 3 pre-calculus teachers, Miss Braille, Miss Pendleton, and Miss Bowers, and I'm Miss Pendleton. And so we encourage our students to reach out to each other, to other teachers if they have questions and one of us isn't available, to hear it from someone else, but we typically do everything the exact same way, and we work really well together. So here's our pre-calculus course description, and this has been updated last year. So we have the purpose of pre-calculus is to build upon the study of algebra, functions, and trigonometry from your previous high school math courses. So some of your children might be thinking like, oh, I've already learned a lot of this. But what we do after is we go into a lot more detail, and then we will do some more new things in the second semester. Actually, this next unit we're doing is mostly new things for them. And we want to deepen their understanding of functions. And our course is designed for students pursuing careers in STEM-related fields. And so we're preparing them for calculus, AP calculus, and any entry-level college course. Here's our breakdown of the units. So far, we've done introductions to functions and polynomial and rational functions. We're currently on conic sections, and then we will move on to parametric equations, exponential and logs, trigonometry, and we'll have a whole section on ACT prep, which is great for the students. And for the overall grade, we're in our first quarter right now. So we have 40% of the grade will come from first quarter, 40% from second, and then 20% for a final exam. We're still waiting to hear. I know the NC finals have been canceled, but we're waiting to hear about teacher-made finals. So they still might have something to do for that. If not, it will just be 50-50. And then we have a midterm coming up that will count for 20% of our first quarter grade, which typically our breakdown is 70% formal, 30% informal. And so once we account for that 20% midterm, this is what it becomes. And then quarter 2 will just be 70-30, like we're used to. We have informal grades that we do during the asynchronous time, and they are due, or sometimes we do them during synchronous, but they're due at 7:59 a.m. the next morning. And we typically grade them on completion unless we tell you ahead of time. We'll tell the students this one counts for grade, this one will be graded for accuracy. And then we have formal grades that are 70% of the overall grade for each quarter, and they can be retested if the student earns below a 70. We'll have the students do tutoring, and then they can come after school to do a makeup test, and they can get up to a 70% on it to replace their original score. The supplies we suggest your students have are paper and writing utensils. Even though it's online, we do want them to be not looking at their screen all the time and working out some problems on paper. If you guys have a printer, printing the worksheets and the notes that we put online are a great thing to do ahead of time so that the students can copy them down from there. And like we said, not look at the screen all the time when they're practicing. If you don't have a printer, it's totally fine. They can continue to use the document on the computer. We use the desmos.com for calculating things and graphing things. So if you do have a calculator, that's great. It's not really required for this course. And then we would like the students to have the Chromebook and a binder with subject dividers, 8, 1 for each unit. So for attendance, if you miss anything for the students, what we say is it's your responsibility to make up any work missed because due to an absence. So they should check the Canvas website for any material missed and follow up with the teacher. Everything's laid out in Canvas, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Anyone that misses more than 10 days will need to recover that time, and we'll explain the process to that once that's been officially planned. And then I'm available every day before school from 7:30 to 7:50, and then after school from 2:45 to 3:30, depending on when or if I have a meeting. But typically, I'll just be on the Zoom, or the students can text me or email me and say, "Oh, can I just pop into your Zoom really quickly for a question?" Or I need about 20 minutes of your time, and that's totally fine. We could just meet together on the Zoom, and I can help them with whatever they need help with. I'm also available. We have asynchronous learning for the last 35 minutes of class and synchronous for the first 40. And I stay on the Zoom the whole time so that students can pop back in and ask me questions while they're doing their asynchronous work. And so for our remote work, we have a couple of norms. We would like the students to be there on time. Some students are always a couple minutes late, so I suggest those students try to come a little earlier, but we're trying to get everyone logged in and accounted for within the first 5 minutes of class. We would love the students to have their camera on if possible so that they can engage meaningfully when we put them in groups, or if I just want to see that everyone is looking and paying attention. We ask them to mute themselves unless they want to ask a question, and then if they need the AK background, they can. And then for asynchronous, we have videos usually that the students watch and take notes on, and then practice a few problems afterwards. And so we ask that they watch the videos and take notes, complete any investigations in Desmos, and then complete or submit any work by 7:59 a.m. the next morning. Now for that, I do want to add that it's best if they try to get it done during the asynchronous time. The time I teach your students is fourth block. I know sometimes it's the end of the day and it's 2 o'clock and they'd rather go do something else, but it would be best that they get it done right then, so then they don't have to do a bunch of work later. But we are flexible and we would accept the work anytime as long as it comes in by 7:59 a.m. the next morning. And last but not least, we have 5 keys to success for AP or for honors pre-calculus. Completing the assignments daily so you don't get too behind. It'll get overwhelming if you have to all of a sudden do 5 or 6 assignments. Take clear and concise notes, so just follow along when we do videos. Anything I write down, we suggest the students write down. That's during class when I go over warm-ups or practice, or on the videos. Study daily, just review your notes. Ask questions when you have them. We have a period every beginning of every class where the students can use the chat feature to ask questions or unmute themselves and ask. I encourage students to feel comfortable doing that. I'll answer their questions. And then please be there as often as possible. This class has done a great job with attendance so far. I've had a full week where everyone was there, which was unbelievable. So tell them to keep it up. And then what I'd like to do now is show you guys the Canvas course so you can see what your students are doing every day and how they're getting their access to the materials. So this is the course right here, Honors Pre-Calculus. It's my little Bitmoji, but just a cute little picture. All the Zoom meetings, I have the meeting ID and password here in case there's an issue, but they should be able to click this button right here and it will take them to the Zoom meeting and they can launch the Zoom from there. The course intro page has everything I just went over, so if you would like to go back through it at any point, you're welcome to. You can click back through that same exact thing. And then we have tech support they can click on if they need any help from Mr. Wilson. And the Desmos calculator, we use that all the time for graphing and calculating and everything. It's really great. They can click that. Or we also have it over here on the side. I'll go into student view so you guys, move myself here, so you guys can see what it looks like from your child's end. So they can only see these things here. And then these are all of our units. So far we've done unit 1, unit 2, and now we're in unit 3. If they click enter here, and it will take them to the unit that we're currently in, unit 3. And then here we have a little calendar laid out, the day, the date, and then the activity for that day. So for example, on Friday we started this lesson. Friday 9:18, circles, parabolas, they click that. And then we have the same expectations that we included on the syllabus right there. And then here is our agenda for the day. They join the Zoom call. We go over the distance formula. Then we do an activity in breakout rooms that the students can print or download ahead of time if they'd like, or right then, or they could just pull it up on their computer, and then we debrief that. Then for the asynchronous, I wanted them to finish that activity and then print the student notes for the video. And then this one is about 35 minutes worth of stuff, and so we have optional practice if they would like extra practice on parabolas, and there's always going to be an answer key when we provide optional practice because that is just for them to practice what they learned, and it's not required, and so we give them the answer key. They can just do any part of that worksheet they'd like. When they click this Conic Sections banner at the top, it will take them back to the calendar. They could also click the next button since it's a module based, and then they can look at the next day. And here that is all the same stuff. So that's the overall layout of the Canvas course. If they click the course itself, it will always take them back to the home page and then all the units. So please email me if you guys have any questions. I will put my email address back on the page for you guys to see it. Remember, I am Mrs. Pendleton, the tall one in the middle, and I would be happy to answer your email at any time. I will probably send an email to all of you at some point to just make sure everyone got to see the video and see if anyone has any questions. And just to reiterate, I love teaching math. I love doing math. I love helping people with math. Being a teacher is a really fun job for me, and I really enjoy it. So that's why I've been doing it now for 10 years. And I have really enjoyed getting to know all of your students so far, and I look forward to continue getting to know them throughout the year, even in this remote setting that we're in right now. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Please email me if you have any questions. I hope you all have a great day.